Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't hear the Beadle, my name is Tim Cutler. I'm sure you did. Everyone can hear the Beadle, usually. And as a relatively recent past master of the Barber's Company, excuse me, there's a few COVID cobwebs in there at the moment, but I'll try not to cough too much. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to Barber Surgeons Hall. For those of you who have not been here before, I thought I might explain a little bit of the confusion of names surrounding this company. The Barber's Company originated in 1308, and at the top of the stairs, where you see the names of all the old masters, you'll see Richard Le Barber on the left-hand side at the top, 1308. You'll see me on the right-hand side. And we gained our first hall on this site about 1440. And we evolved sort of in parallel with the Surgeons' Guild until a certain person up there on the wall decided that we ought to be united with a new charter, and we became the Barber Surgeons' Company in 1540. King Henry VIII is surrounded by his surgeons on our right, his left, with Thomas Vickery next to him as the Sergeant Surgeon, and the Sergeant Surgeon is still appointed by the monarch as her principal surgeon. On the left, on our left, his right, are a motley group of physicians, and if you know your Hilary Mantel, Dr. Butts in the middle of them appears quite frequently attending the king during his illnesses of later life. So he bound us together with the surgeons, and we then became the Barber Surgeons' Company. And this was renamed as Barber Surgeons Hall. So life goes on till about 1740, and the surgeons decide they want their own organisation, which was, in due course, to become the Royal College of Surgeons. But it didn't happen overnight. But we were separated by an Act of Parliament in 1740, and we were renamed the Barber's Company. Funny that. And that Act of Parliament decreed that we elect our master on the second Thursday of August every year, which is actually a very inconvenient time, but no one's going to do a new Act of Parliament. So they broke away and created the Royal College of Surgeons. Thank God they left that behind. Henry's court painter in 1540 was Thomas Holbein, and I'm sure you've seen many of his famous works. And Henry commissioned that picture and presented it to the company. And despite a great fire, and I've been told that a little bit of the blackness on the bottom left-hand corner might be a bit of singeing on a rapid exit during the Great Fire, and despite the incendiary bombs of 1940, when it had fortunately been removed to, I think, a slate mine in South Wales, along with quite a lot of the National Gallery, here it is today, and with any luck it won't be leaving again. We're now on our third hall. Great Fire, Second World War, that's 2 halls gone. Here's our third hall, which took quite a while to rebuild after the Second World War, because our last hall actually went up to and joined into the Roman wall, 30 foot that way. And the corporation decided it wanted to free up the Roman wall for posterity, and it took about 20 years to negotiate 30 foot of freehold, slightly to the east of it. And Her Majesty, the late Queen Mother, opened this hall in 1969, which we've enjoyed ever since. So we're very lucky still to have these treasures. I'm so pleased that the chairman of the charity committee here, who's a friend of mine and my immediate predecessor, took the hint when I said to him, don't we have 1 or 2 evenings a year which we can give to a worthy charity if they want a meeting? And he ummed and ahed a bit, and he took the hint in the end. And so I'm very pleased that we can host PLT here tonight for its AGM. He told me yesterday he won't call in the debt for a little while. The Barber's Company is very proud of its reputation for hospitality, charity, kinship, And so I wish you all a very pleasant evening tonight. Thank you.